Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, I haven't been saying it in a while, but make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. And I want to thank you guys for helping me to grow this page by sharing it. We're going to talk about CPI, show you some of the plays I'm in and why, and all of that. We're going to get right into it. I will time stamp this at some point, but I got to run and jump on a plane. So just give me a little time, all right? Just watch it through. A lot of good information. I just wanted to help you guys make money, all right? Let's get right into it. Pre-markets jumped. All of the indices jumped pre-market because of CPI, Consumer Price Index. And then, of course, tomorrow we have PPI, Producers Price Index. And it showed that inflation is cooling off. And it compares to 2021, even March of 2021, as you will see. Now, on this morning's live, we had some technical difficulties. So let's just go, and I'm going to timestamp this. Let's just go to the meat of CPI, Consumer Price Index, and pay close attention because you need to know what all of this stuff means.
Expecting a headline number to be in the neighborhood of up 0.3, but I'm going to be paying most attention to the core at up 0.4, our last look, and I'll tell you why in a moment as we wait for these numbers to populate. And here we go. If you look at the headline, up 0.2%, up 0.2%. And that, of course, comps to the up 1/10 in the rearview mirror. It's a 1/10 lighter than expectations. Now, CPI core ex food and energy up 0.2, and that means it's not the fourth consecutive month up 0.4, and it also means it's not the seventh month in a row of 0.4 or higher, and that was a record going all the way back. The last time we had something along those lines was from October of 89 to April of 90, where it was 9 in a row. So we stopped that as well. And up 0.2 on the core is the lowest level going all the way back to February of 21, when it was only up 1/10. And if we look at year over year, up 3%. 4% in the rearview mirror. Well, 4% in the rearview mirror was the lowest level since March of 21. So when you see 3%, you have to go all the way back to March of 21 again, because that's where the comp drops from down to 2.6 is what we're comping to. And in the rearview mirror, 4%. And here's another one. If you look at ex food and energy, last month it was up 5.3. That was the lowest level since Nova of 2021. We breached 5% to 4.8, and that remains at the lowest level since October of 21, when it was 4.6. We could see that interest rates have fallen about 3 basis points in tens from 393 to 390. We see that the pre-opening equity markets have rocketed higher. Dow futures up basically 200. And of course, we are going to monitor if there's any changes in Fed fund futures. I don't think so. At 10 o'clock Eastern, look for Bank of Canada to go 1/4 point to 5%. Dollar index prior to this number, of course, was at a 2-month low. My guess is it's not rallying at this point, and we're all going to pay attention to the UAW. You know, wages are a big issue, as we learned last Friday, and UAW and strikes and minimum wages across the country. All of those things may be good for many people, but there's very little doubt that they also fuel some wage inflation. We need to pay very close attention to that. Joe.
So there you have it. That is the blow-by-blow that we had problems with this morning. Now, listen. In your Weibo app, if you look, it has a lot of good information here. As you could see, it shows you everything that he just said that came out right behind. As you can see, CPI increased 3% year over year in June, slightly lower than markets expected. It was expected 3.1. This is in the Moo app. And then if you go down here where it says Q, which of course is question, it says, will CPI data ease Fed fears? How would it impact your trading strategies? You see that right there? And so I want you guys to make sure that you take advantage of Webull, okay? And for those of you that don't have it, make sure you download the second link below and get up to 16 free stock by depositing a minimum of $100 and depending on your deposit, you can go from there, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's see what's happening. As we could see, the Dow is still up, though it's cooling off a little bit. That's expected because everything, every time we have this data and there's a reaction, you guys know by now that the market tends to overreact, all right? And remember to keep that in your trading journals, all right? The market always overreacts. So what I do is a lot of times I'll buy stock and crypto in the morning, let it runs up, and then I'll sell it, right? Or in options. And then let it cool off, the first hour, hour and a half of the opening market. And then sometimes I'll let it cool off, most times, and then I'll buy back in midday. All right. As a matter of fact, let's look at a few things and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Good people, I always think about how can I better serve you guys, especially for those of you that are at work. So when I'm showing you this, it's for no other reason than to help you guys, especially that are at work, to profit. All right. And so let's go and let's look at a few things here. All right. So I want to concentrate right here on the 3 ETFs that I told you I was buying $100 a week of. All right. As you could see, VOO is up 2%. SCHD is up 2%. But ARC is up almost 10%. 10%. And for those of you that say, yeah, fundamentally, ARC is blah, 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 blah. Kathy Woods is blah, 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 blah. I always said Kathy Wood is not wrong. She was just early. She wasn't wrong. She was early. The reason why ARC is doing good in this time period, because it is heavily into AI, of course. And then, of course, Tesla, and we know she buys and sells and is actively managed and all of that. But you have to take what you're paying as an expense rate and also compare it to how the ETF performs. Okay. And so also too, I will show us, I want to talk about DWAC. And as you could see, remember, if you've been following me, I did a put on DWAC. All right. That's a SPAC that is merging with Truth Social in September. And generally, SPACs always cool off after a merger. Why? Profit taking. So I just bought one option, and as you could see, it's up 9.35%. But I really wanted to compare ARC, SCHD, and VOO, right? And that's why I love ETFs, because you buy a whole sector and get into these sectors because it's going to outperform you trying to guess, all right? And so I just wanted to show you guys that. What else I wanted to show you guys? Oh, yes. Let me show you guys something else, all right? Let me show you this, all right? Mara and Riot. Some people asked me this morning, are you, are you mad that you sold your options? Absolutely not. Not at all. My options, those wins, those earnings are locked. Those gains are locked and the market can't take it from me. But I'm still in the game, and I'm still in the game heavy, as you could see. So this is just the day, all right? This is the day P&L. I'm up 4% on Mara, and I'm up another 5, almost 6% on Riot, all right? At the time of filming this. So you guys can understand why I do what I do. Remember, there's 1,000 roads to make money in the stock market. And lastly, I want to show you guys this, okay? So I want to show you guys something that I do, right? I make money different than most people. And I know, this is the way you're supposed to do this. This is the way. Forget that. If you find something that works for you, roll with it, okay? So let me show you also what I did this morning. just to prove a point. All right. I bought two options on the same stock at the same time. I just pick random, right? Not random, but I picked one closer and then I picked one further out. At the bottom, you could see that's July 21st. And at the top, you can see it's out to August, right? 10 options a piece, 10 contracts a piece. As you could see, I'm losing money on the one that's going to expire sooner, all right? But I'm making a little money on the one that is going to expire later, right? Though it is way more expensive, right? I'm just shining a light on why I do what I do. I understand. The reason why I'm doing this for all you technical people that say yes, but the charts say I'm doing this for the people that don't have a chart. I'm trying to help the people that are at work, that are at their desk and they can't chart. And I'm trying to find a way to help them. And many of you said that I've been helping you guys make money with options, okay? And that's why I do what I do. All right? So now, what did I do? Also on top of that, please don't follow me. So as you can see, it was 10 and 10. So what did I wind up doing? I wind up buying more of the ones that are further out, right? Same price, but I have 15 of the August and just 10, all right, of the July. And that's just the way I do it. Now, what I do is I buy them pretty much opening bail, and it's better. I've seen that it's better on Mondays and Fridays. Okay, so midweeks are very tricky. Okay, they run up, and then I sell them, and then they come back down, right? And then I buy them midday and into closing bail. And just remember, don't go in and buy 50 contracts. I just try to buy one and just look at the price action. And I'm doing this without a chart for those of you that are at work. Now, here's what I want you guys to also do. All right, everybody that has an iPhone, you have tools here, okay? So as you can see, the Dow, NASDAQ, and everything is up, right? So what I want you to look at doing is go to percentage, right? After you go to percentage, then I'm going to go to that same AI. As you can see, it's down, right? And I like to look at the percentage, right? And so as you could see, first it formed what? A double bottom, boom and boom. So it looked like it was going up. It went up and then it reversed down. And so now you can just kind of see, you can go out a week, you can go out a month, and then you could say, hey, what is the potential of this? Does it have the potential to go back to 42? And I think yes. And so this is, I'm just going to say it, it's just a ghetto way of getting into some options without being able to chart. And that's why I went through this whole couple of months of doing this. Can I make money with options without charting? Because I'm thinking about you that are at work and what you can do. Now, I never let the day go by without setting a stop loss. Don't go in heavy, and you should absolutely not ever getting to options without understanding how they work. All right. So let me know if this helped you in any kind of way. I also want to let you know, of course, about Stock Up You and where you could learn more about the overall stock market. And as you can see, options, I do a little bit in here and just do a little bit in here. And I am going to get back to making some classes for you guys so we can make money. Listen, we are trading the market that we're in. We're not overly bearish. We're not overly bullish. We just want to make money in this time frame. But at some point, I'm going to limit the amount of money that I'm putting in and the amount of options that I'm in and the amount of stock that I'm in. Because we're going to look for some more plays. Remember, I don't just talk about everything that everybody else is talking about. I look for opportunities elsewhere in other ways. And closing, I sound like a Baptist preacher. This is my third closing. Listen, I'm going to leave you guys with this because I got to run and get on a plane. Never watch one YouTuber, right? Or influencer. Because if you're making money with me, you're also going to make some money with another influencer. Or if you're making some money with another influencer, I'm going to make you some money that that influencer is not talking about. So I see the comments sometimes, you're the only one I listen to. I encourage you not to do that with anybody because it is my desire that you prosper and you also prosper. Okay, good people, have a blessed day. I got to run and get on a plane, live, love, laugh, learn, be kind, rewind, do it again, share my page. Help me to grow. The more you guys help me to grow, the more I'm going to help you guys, okay? Make sure you check out the top links, two top links below, the class and Moo Moo. Let's get it funded. Let's go, people.